We're going back to basics today, back to the essentials, just looking back and looking forward at the essentials, the core you, coming back to you. Welcome to day 84 of the 90-day mental, emotional, spiritual wellbeing series. You have done so well to get to where you are right now. And by the way, if you're catching me on day 84, go and check out the other 83 videos. And if you've been liking what you've been seeing, go ahead and subscribe for more stuff. So I'm going to have a look, just really a reminder, because sometimes we can get so caught up with what is going on outside of us, what is going on in the world, what is going on in the media, what is going on in our homes with the other members of our family, that we can really neglect ourselves, putting it bluntly. Okay, we can really forget some of the good habits that we've built up for ourselves, some of the commitments that we've made to ourselves, some of the great routines and setups that we would have set up. And sometimes this stuff happens and we go off track a little bit. So what do I mean by this? Have you stopped flossing? Like it was a thing, you were just doing it twice a day, every time you brush your teeth, flossing was a thing. And then for some reason you may be really tired and you just went to bed without doing it, and the next day maybe you're in a rush and you went to work without it, and then slowly over a period of time it just didn't become that thing in you again. It wasn't in your mind. Maybe you had been drinking lots of water, and by the way, please drink lots of water. I could do a whole video just on water, maybe I will. But yeah, just first thing in the morning, drink like a litre of water or half a litre of water. Throughout the day, whenever you're feeling sluggish or tired or hungry, water. Just saying. So maybe you were drinking 2-3 litres of water or whatever it was, and now you're not really keeping track as much. Maybe you find that you're going through the day and you're just caught up with what you're doing and you forget. Right, so you drink your water, but you haven't topped it up. It's really great getting some of those measured containers, by the way, that give you little, actually quite motivational, like marks whenever you hit them, just to remind you to top up and drink water, because the conscious mind likes to have something to go for, and subconsciously, if we're giving it those little instructions, we're going to go ahead and think, okay, great, I've finished that litre, now I need to get another litre. All right, so maybe it's water. Maybe you had a really good habit, a really good routine around drinking water, and you just kind of let it off the wayside a little bit. Maybe your exercise routine, okay, maybe you were doing your stretches and you were doing some light yoga or something in the morning. Are you still doing that? Okay, so just a reminder, just to check in. Okay, what are the things, what are the commitments, what are the things that you actually love to give yourself? And some of these actually aren't easy to do. They're not things that we would joyfully do, but we have to keep on training ourselves. We have to keep on training our mind, we have to keep on training our body. Okay, we have got to keep on training these muscles, we've got to keep training our heart. Okay, all the muscles in our body, they run on electricity, they run on the energy that we create. And we get that energy through our food and through our movement, through being in the sun. Okay, so for our body to work, for our mind to work, for our heart to work, we have to feed it. We've got to give it the nutrients that it needs. So have we kind of slipped off the wagon when it comes to what we consume, in terms of, not only in terms of our food, but in terms of what we consume in our mind? So if we're just slumping on the sofa and just putting on anything because we just don't want to think, because you have a choice. You could still put on a video, you could still slump and not think about it, but you could still put on a video that you've earmarked or you've subscribed to on YouTube, or there's a series that you want to watch, something that will feed your mind, educate your mind about our planet, about nature, about human beings, about joy, about whatever the topic is. Okay, and it could be something that isn't that nourishing for you, but just be mindful of where you once were, what you committed to, and if you're falling off the track a little bit, how you can get back on. Okay. What about how you dress or present yourself, or grooming and makeup? Have you kind of like stopped putting on mascara or lipstick, or doing your hair in a certain way, or just casually wearing quite, casual clothes, whereas, you might have been more practiced in wearing something a little bit smarter or sharper, or you did your makeup every morning, you applied your eyeshadow, you did the whole works. Okay, so has that kind of fallen off? Is that something that you could remind yourself to get back to doing? Just, you did it, you loved it, it worked. So whenever kind of twists and turns in life happen, or we slow down a bit, or we're in too much of a rush and we take other priorities on, and some of these other things might be compromised. So is that something that you can pick back up? Breathing. Those gorgeous deep breaths, okay, first thing in the morning, or last thing at night, or throughout the day, and meditation. Often it's the thing that we forget so quickly, and it's the thing that we've replaced it with something that we could excel in even more had we done the meditation beforehand, right? A few minutes, 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 10 minutes. It doesn't have to be a long process. Even just sitting and breathing, just calming the nervous system. Okay, so rather than just looking for a solution and being in that beta brainwave and trying to find out a solution when we're in this fight or flight mode, maybe it's just reminding yourself, like, wait, I just take a breath and I just pause and I go inside and I just let my nervous system settle. Maybe the solution will be there. Maybe I'll be readier for it. Maybe I'll be able to receive it in a way that is going to serve me. So just ask yourself, what are some things that you were doing and you were crushing it because you're awesome and it was all going fine, it was helping the rest of your day, and for whatever reason, it doesn't even matter about the reason, but it's just being aware of that now. It's like, okay, I'm going to pick back up on this, I'm going to start doing this again, whatever it is, whatever it was. Okay, and if it helps you to just keep a track of it, just A4 piece of paper and then a column with all the few bits and pieces that you are going to recommit to, and then day of the week for 7 days, and just kind of ticking or crossing whether or not you did it that day. But if it's there and it's visible, then you're more likely to just do it, because it's more often than not a big thing. So breathing, glass of water, flossing, putting on lipstick, whatever it is, it's not usually a big thing. We're looking at those small things, but they have big impact. They have big impact on our self-esteem and our self-worth and how we feel and our self-care. So even though they're not big in terms of time consuming, they're very accessible, they're very easy to do. We want the path of least resistance, just bringing that back in. So it's like looking at the essentials of your life again, looking at the essentials for your day, looking at the basics, but those basics, those foundations are really just that building blocks, just really making that strong again, really reconnecting with you and taking that moment to just acknowledge yourself. When was the last time you did some mirror work? When was the last time you looked in the mirror and told yourself that you love you, told yourself that you're beautiful, told yourself that you've got this? When was the last time you looked at your vision board? When was the last time you read over your goals and said those affirmations? So if you've stopped doing any of those things, this reminder video is exactly that. It's just, sometimes you just need to be nudged and reminded, oh wait, I used to do that, I did that, and for the last few weeks I haven't. So get on it, you'll feel so much better for it. Okay, I'll see you in the next video.